So do you see a difference between the presentation of the gospel singers, say during the 50s and the 60s, and the presentation of the gospel singers in the 80s and the 90s, or even today? Do you see, because what I'm hearing you say is that they're still in the pocket, they're still singing gospel music, it's just been elevated with the instrumentation and with the presentation.
Right.
Is the spirit, I guess my question is the spirit still there?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely. That's what give them the drive.
Okay.
That's where the drive comes from. See, that's why they don't do that's why they're not in the rock and roll and into the clubs. You know, that's just why they're not.
Can you give an example of some of the groups that are out there now, you know, currently?
I really have to take this. I mean, Jesus,
I was saying that's a good thing to follow through on, because one of the things that the gospel singers in the 50s and the 60s had was moving up here from the South. They used gospel singing as a way to bring their culture, bring their what they knew and were comfortable with to the North, because many have told me that they didn't find the kind of gospel singing they were doing or they were used to here.
Right.
So they brought it with them. So you got that first generation who forms those groups that we're talking about, the Morning Stars, the Traveling Six, Sensational Six, all of them. But then when their children came along and had become that first generation born up here in the North, there was a distinction, there was a difference. So you're saying you didn't see a distinction or a difference, because you'd be part of that first generation, you know? So I guess what I'm asking is, your generation of gospel singers, when you got on stage at 16, 17, 18, you were still under that old school. Now, once that old school started doing other things and you could do it your way, what was your way? What was the difference between what you were raised in and when you could lead your own group, like the Obedience?
Right.
You know, what would be the difference between, say, Obedience and the Traveling Six?
Well, honestly, to be well, there's a couple of things there. The age difference, of course, and the age difference, and at the same time, like I said, the time. You know, the times has changed. You know, the music is different. You know, you get these. It's the way you just had this straight sound, you know, of playing. You know, you got the bass and then you got your guitar, and that's what it was. But now you got these little gadgets that give you this different tone, and you can hook things up to your microphone that make your voice sound different. And then, you know, you got these different beats and these different breaks. It's still gospel music. Okay. It's definitely, you can't break away from it. It's still gospel music, and it still carries a spirit. Okay. It's played different. It's sung different. You know, the breaks. It's different. But it's different, but yet the same. The spirit is God is God, Jesus is Jesus. You know, the spirit is the spirit. The music still carries the same love. The music, it's different voice ranges. Okay. You know, different voice ranges. You know, it's just a different format, but it's a beautiful format. Okay. It has to be. It can't be talked about. It really has to be experienced.
I got you.
You know, that's the best.
Speaking of which,
and you can find that out through some of the records.
Right.
You know, you can find that. You can go back, listen to the records, and then listen to the updated records. It's a different. As where there used to be maybe 4 or 5 people on stage, now you got 12 or 13. Yeah, and everybody playing a part. Oh my goodness, everybody playing a part. Everybody is. It's updated. It's boom, boom. But it's an uphill. It's an uphill success. That's how I'm gonna say it like that.
Now you said you were about 16, 17 when you started playing guitar for the Morning Stars, and you listed some of the people. Describe a program. Describe what would happen at a gospel program.
Oh man, we'd make ourselves known. Our group is here.
Okay. So you would go, so you would check in with whoever the moderator was, or
whoever the MC was,
whoever the MC
master
was.
of ceremony. Sure,
Okay.
we would let them know the morning stars are here and we're ready to sing. You would watch whatever group is on stage. You would watch, you'd always have to look at the audience and look at the audience, reaction to who's ever up singing. And that would give you a lead way. If you coming up behind this group and you got these people this group got these people on their feet. Now you have one or two things that you can do. You can either keep them on their feet when you come up there, or you can take their mind off of the group that left and you just break everything all the way down. Instead of a fast riding song, you just break down a nice slow, but it's got to mean something. You got to keep them. You got to hold the people. You got to hold them. Like you do a horse. You ride a horse, you got to hold the people there, man. You got to give them, put something in their ear. Get them off, get their mind off of that group. It was harmony, poetry in motion.
Okay.
That's the best way I could put it, with all the groups. Now, they got a saying that says, the sun don't shine all the time. But I feel like this. The sun do shine all the time, you can see. I bet you can see when the sun don't shine, you're in total darkness. Now the sun do shine. Now that's my version. The sun do shine.
All the time.
Sun shining now. What you want? You ain't in darkness.
And even in darkness, the sun is shining somewhere.
Somewhere, man. Somewhere. And so, you have sometimes I wouldn't use the word the sun don't shine. I would like to say you just had your day just wasn't going the way you wanted it to.
Now this is as a group.
As a group.
You're on stage.
All of them, yeah, all of the groups. Sometimes you just can't seem to just get your fingers right or whatever. You just can't seem to get that note right for whatever. It's just not there. It could even be the audience. The audience. You have this audience, and sometimes they want the world from you. But at the same time, you still got to perform. You perform, and you do what's in you. You can only give them what you got. And this is where I was talking about how things have changed. See, because instead of singing, so you can also get the audience through their music. So you can get that wah-wah pedal on that guitar, and you go out there and hit them strings. See, it could be a musical. See, some of these people, they want to feast on some music instead of singing.
Gotcha.
But you got a package when you got the music and the singing. Oh, you got a buffet.
Okay.
You got a buffet. You can always.
So you got more options now.
You can always
get back then.
That's where watching the audience comes in.
Okay.
That's where watching the audience. You see what these cats up here doing. You don't want to do that. The people sitting down with their arms folded. And it will happen, and it has happened, and it's gonna happen again. Right. But you got to know. It's more to it than just getting up there singing. Even before you get up there, you gotta what's the word I'm looking for? You stake out your stake out your perimeter. You stake out the audience. Stake them out. Watch them. Watch their reaction. And definitely look at the group that's up on stage.
What the reaction is from the audience.
Right. You gotta watch them. So it's not just getting up there. It's complicated, but yet so simple.
Did the Morning Stars usually have a playlist? I'll use that term. Before you even went on stage, a set program. So you knew when you went on stage, you was going to do song A, song B, song F.
Yes. So every group has that.
Okay.
Every group has that. Now,